Of all the games we love and play, perhaps baseball is the ultimate game of numbers. With its statistics for each and every player and every play, at times those numbers can predict if you are going to be winning or losing at that game. But what about the game of life? And the numbers that decide or predict how long you're going to remain in that game. How many of us are monitoring those numbers? Some of you may have seen the movie Moneyball, in which Billy Beane, the A's manager, president, whatever, was able to put together a low-budget team just by crunching the numbers to put together a team that was able to win the pennant just based on numbers. Now, my purpose here today is not to offend anyone, but sometimes you all need a wake-up call. Just as I received after I had one of my annual checkups. It was one of those good news, bad news calls. It went something like this. Henry, I've got good news and bad news for you. Really? The good news, you're still alive. The bad news, your numbers are off the chart. You need to come in. We need to have a talk. And when I got there, I was amazed to realize how much I was so out of touch. I was so busy with life. I was not paying attention to how I was living. And that's when the doctor said to me, the first thing I want you to do is to get everything white out of your life. White sugar, white flour. I said, okay, doctor, hold it right there. You could be breaking up a relationship. But then I had a talk with my wife, who also has a medical background. And she said, don't worry, we'll fix this. And that's when I realized that there are three important numbers that we all should be monitoring. And it's not your bank account. It's not your social security number or any of those other numbers. But it's your weight, your waist size, and your blood pressure. Your waist size, and your blood pressure. So then I started doing some research to try to find out what I could do to decrease those numbers. And one of the things I discovered was white sugar. The dangers of using high fructose corn syrup. I discovered that 30 years ago, we all were consuming just about 15 teaspoons of high fructose corn syrup daily. Today, the average person consumes 15 times that. 5 times that. 75, an average of 75 teaspoons of sugar daily. And I was amazed. So, obviously, one of the first changes I made was to cut back on the amount of sugar I consume. Also, one of the things I did was to start looking at food differently. How many of you regard food as a messenger? Going back to your early life, early days. your vegetables. Ah! Here's ice cream. Give me more. Give me more. See, when you see food, or smell it, or taste it, it sends a message to the brain. And the body reacts. And guess what? The corporations have figured that out. And they're filling their coffers with this high fructose corn syrup that we are craving daily. That is like driving up to a filling station at NASA with your nice little Corvette and say, fill her up. Same effect. Putting high fructose corn syrup into your body. Same effect. Yes, the car will run, but it will quickly burn out and it will eventually die. So what can we do to change? To lose that extra weight, cut down on the waist size, and lower your blood pressure. Well, one of the things I discovered was I didn't have to eat less. I could eat more, but eat more of the right foods. One of the things suggestions I would like to offer you is to stop drinking your calories. Eat more fruits and vegetables. And just like Billy Bean did, start crunching the numbers. Keep an eye on those numbers, because those numbers will determine if you are going to be a winner or loser in the biggest game of them all, the game of life. Mr. Toastmaster.